Hi, welcome to Honeybee's Women Empowerment Show, and we're back again this week talking about overcoming your fears. It's because it's Halloween. So this is Maria.
I am JC.
Danya.
And since I am not a woman, and I'm not going to say I'm going to be the prick of the evening, I'm going to be the spider.
Boo,
Spider-Man.
boo, boo.
Well,
Yes.
anyways, thank you guys for those who tuned in, and I know that we run so much commercial ads in the beginning. It's because we are waiting for Danya to finish her makeup.
Yes.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
I'm coming out of makeup.
Makeup.
And because it's actually a holiday, it's Halloween, so let's
Let's
have
make
some
a
cheers.
toast. Cheers.
Cheers.
And like what we said yesterday, All Saints Day.
All Saints Day, Halloween with honeybees.
Halloween to the world, All Saints Day. Yes.
But anyways, I would like to actually shout out to the Power X,
Yes,
Manny
Power X.
Chavez,
Manny.
C, and to Joseph Skoda
Mm-hmm.
in California. Oh my God, all our men is in California. What happened to the men in Las Vegas?
I don't know, because maybe we love those men in California.
And then
Is it break time already?
No, it's
no,
not.
I think I like the men in Utah.
It's break time for somebody out
Talk
there.
about it.
Yeah, it's break time someplace else.
This is
any-
break time actually.
Yeah. Well, honeybees, actually, we just have fun every single week.
Yeah.
Congratulations for making the show last week so fabulous, like you guys.
Thank you.
I felt like I can leave the show now with these people.
No,
No,
mother.
don't go. E.T., don't go
Mother,
home.
mother, please don't abandon
the
us.
ship. The mothership.
Anyways, how's your days going so far, guys?
First of all, I'd like to say I love that outfit that
Thank
you're
you.
wearing.
Yes.
And the necklace, it looks very Balmain. It looks
Balmain.
Balmain.
Well, anyways, actually, this is JC's pic. It's beautiful. Let me stand up. So
There's
you
a
can see.
reason why I'm the partner in crime.
Look. Hated it. Hated
No,
it.
no, listen. Haters gonna hate and taters gonna tate. Wait a minute, that didn't make any
Okay, that's
sense
the
at
wrong
all.
show.
I know. I love the blue.
Yeah, it's
See,
beautiful.
I'm not touching you because I know you don't want to be touched. Well, I know.
And pants to match.
yeah.
Oh, and the boots.
See, she doesn't want to be
These
touched.
boots are made for walking, and that's what they're gonna do.
Okay.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
By the way, I would like to actually promote the song that's coming up pretty soon, the Diana Rose movie. Song,
Oh.
remember?
Yes.
Sang by Danya Thomas. If you
Ooh,
guys
there's
hear
a
it.
Diana Ross song.
Yeah, it's not Diana
Princess
Rose.
Diana.
It's
Break
tribute.
time.
Tribute.
Time for break.
Let me have some drink.
It's actually Princess Diana, not Diana Ross. It's not, do you know where you're going to?
Soon to come video. So
Soon to
hold
come.
on. This is
Yes.
gonna be fabulous.
And it's a tribute to Diana Rose,
Yes.
and actually composed by Steve.
Yes.
I forgot his last
But it's
name.
about Princess Diana. Not sorry if you're out there watching Diana Ross. We love you too. It's a tribute to you
Can you
too.
give us a sampler of the Princess Diana song, like Princess?
Lady Diana, we love you. Princess Diana, we care. Mother of two, our hearts are with you, and we say, we love you.
Well, Mother of Mercy, that was such a beautiful song.
That
He
is,
wrote a beautiful song.
yeah,
he
that
did.
is actually composed by Steve Kramian. If you guys want to hear the song now, sung by other person, you
Yes.
can go to Steve Kramian YouTube. But we're gonna pull that out pretty soon with the video.
Yes,
So
it's gonna be fab.
yes, it's gonna be
Gonna be
fabulous.
fab.
How about you, JC? How's your day?
It's going well. I've been playing a little bit tug of war with my German Fräulein Lilo. I kept on calling her Fräulein the entire day, because she's a German Shepherd.
Oh,
And been taking selfies of me and the German dog, posting it on Instagram. My new baby, hashtag Fräulein.
do you have an ejector seat? We could just press the button.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Where's the button? Ejection.
I'm sorry, I'm in Gizzy mode right now.
Can you guys imagine it's already end of October?
And I'm still this way.
And he never changed.
Oh my God. We're talking about fear. That's the topic, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
because
How to
we're-
overcome fear.
No, well, let's actually do our
This icebreaker.
Icebreaker is to know more about us. Well,
I can't watch him.
You cannot watch.
I
Jay.
can't look at him.
Us.
He
All
makes
right.
me laugh.
And by the way, JC, congratulations for your show last night. That's beautiful.
It was amazing, and thank God that Jay Layson, did a watch party. He shared his collection because I featured Jay Layson, the Filipino international designer, and he asked to join our the Facebook network.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you. Shout out to Jay Layson.
Jay Layson.
And I would like to actually say this. I would like to shout out to Baron. He is looking hot on that
Oh,
spank.
I think that I made a mistake of gravitating towards the skivvies while he was walking down the runway.
Oh well, if you guys
He was wearing black angel wings.
if you guys miss what we are talking about, JC went to Manhattan Fashion Week. Shout out to Velson Veles,
Yes,
the
yes.
organizer and
Yes.
the CEO of
Yes.
Manhattan Fashion Week.
Yes.
And he interviewed this young man named Baron.
Baron?
And when he was walking on the runway, he was wearing these wings and a spanky.
Nothing else but black angel wings and black undies. Oh,
And then-
he looked. He was
Wow.
in immaculate shape. I mean, this is New York, so you gotta be in immaculate shape running down that runway, honey.
I
Honey,
measure
you
right
delivered.
But anyways, it's so amazing. It's so random that he accidentally. Well, it's not accident because he's actually taking from head to toe, right?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
taking from head to toe, and it so happened that the camera slowed down when it got to that place.
Oh my gosh.
And I said,
Yes.
Jay. And I said, JC, and he's like, well, I'm filming everything.
Mother,
Yeah.
please don't punish me for this, mother.
But anyways, it's
Quiet on the set.
but it looks good. Honestly, it's
Getting
nothing malicious,
steamy.
but nothing malicious, but it's sexy.
But
Fear. The topic tonight is
Fear.
how
And we're
to
gonna talk
overcome
that
fear.
on the next segment. Let's talk more about your love life.
yes, how is your love life
How's your
doing?
love life? She's asking. She
No, I
wasn't looking at me.
I'm married to Jesus.
Oh my God.
Well, behind the scene, let me tell you our secrets. We were talking about guys behind the scene earlier. So, how's your love life? I'm
She
good.
asked you a question. How's your love life?
I dreamt about it last night, but it was more like a nightmare than anything else.
You don't want to ask me?
Oh, how is your
No,
love?
well,
you want me to ask you?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I
You
will.
told me?
Yeah, I will answer your question,
Yeah,
but you
she's
have to
talking
answer
to you.
my question first.
You talking to me? My New York is okay.
Yeah, like we're
Yes.
pointing fingers here, who's gonna talk
Oh,
first,
my
right?
Lord.
That's amazing. But anyways, guys, do you really want to talk about it?
Well, my love life is a big fat.
0.
No, not a heart. This is not a heart. How do you do a zero with your fingers? Okay. It's a
This
zero.
way,
Here.
Turn it into an oval shape.
Oh my God, this is huge.
Okay, my love life is like I said, it's zero. It's non-existent, but by choice.
Dolores
choice, by
just signed
choice.
in. Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that
you know what?
Dolores? Hey,
Yeah.
Dolores, what's
Dolores.
up?
Yes, hi Dolores. Yes,
Dolores.
well, it's by choice, but sometimes
By
we need a
choice.
man.
I need a man. Yeah.
Look,
Okay. It's
wouldn't
just a
you be
song.
happy if there's a man who will take care of you, make your breakfast every day, cook dinner, wash the dishes, wash the clothes, clean the house, and then do your grocery? I think
Mm.
I'm looking for a maid.
I think we're looking for the same guy. So don't touch him if you find him, because
And
he's mine.
scramble his eggs once in a long while.
Okay.
This is, after all, honeybees.
Anyways, we're gonna go on break. We will be coming back, and we're gonna be talking about
How to overcome fear in one easy step.
in one easy step. I like that.
So grab your notebooks and your pens, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to overcome fear today.
I have
For
so much
you.
fear.
And my name is Maria.
And my name is JC.
And I'm Danya.
We will be coming back for more, so please stay tuned. Social media shows
is about
Branding.
Opportunity.
and outreach
We are an entertainment company that empowers others.
by promoting and supporting our community.
And everyone who reaches our content.
here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family.
We are a family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. You have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
Hi, my name is Maria Pureza Leventhal. I am the founder of Social Media Show.
Hi, I'm Lataria Carter, founder and
Welcome back to Honeybee's Women Empowerment. And I have here Miss Danya and JC as usual. And I invited them back because the Honeybees last week was so much fun and we have so much good feedbacks from different people. Thank you so much for all of you guys who tuned in today and last week. And hope you guys continue to watch our Honeybees Women Empowerment.
Yes.
Because next month, we're going to be focusing and featuring powerful women in our show. So we're going to have different guests next.
Sounds great.
I'd like to say hello to Val Victa, the Hollywood Filipino actor who just tuned in. Hello,
Yes.
Val.
Hi, everyone who tuned in.
Good friend of mine.
Thank you for following us every week.
Yes.
Yes, and you know what, we were talking, this episode we are going to be talking about overcoming fears. What are the reason why we have fears? We are human, I believe. And how to overcome fears, we will going to be coming with our verdict or conclusion at the end of the episode.
Yes.
Yes.
And we will see what we can come up with today.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
what do you guys most afraid about?
Fear of drowning. I
Really?
guess. Yeah.
That's the most thing that you are afraid about.
Drowning, and because it's been drowning, not necessarily in water, like drowning because for lack of oxygen. Like I almost died a few years ago because I had an asthma attack and I didn't have inhaler. But of course my faith in God was really strong, the spiritual side of me. But the human side of me, I was like, oh God, I'm dying, and this is it. This is the
So you're afraid of
Dying.
not
Yes.
drowning, dying.
Yeah.
Because that's
so
it.
by basically it ties into
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah.
How about you, Danya?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to skip over me. Okay.
We don't
Fear.
skip the person who's in the middle.
Yes.
Okay, well, fear has been a huge component in my life because I was raised to be fear-based. My dad was mean. He loved me, but he had some issues. But he worked a lot of hours just to put food on the table and stuff. But a child doesn't understand when she encounters a meanness or a feeling of resentment from a parent because you're just a child. So that was really instilled in me at a very young age, and it's taken me almost a lifetime to get rid of that fear. So I developed multi-fear issues in my life. Like I had fear of authority because my dad was an authority. I had fear of speaking out, social anxiety fears. I had fears of dying, but that wasn't really prevalent. More of the social thing, fear of authority, because my dad represented authority, had a deep voice, and when he came in the room, you better straighten up or ship out, like it was like an army, So of course,
Is he in the military?
yeah, he was with the National Guards, and he was supposed to tour with a famous singing group.
Oh.
And he didn't get to tour because him and my mom were married for a year. But here I come along a year after, they have beautiful wedding vows, and I was not expected and I was not welcome.
So you're the first baby.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm still a baby.
Yeah, I know you're a baby.
Me too.
I know you're a baby.
Oh God, what is in that glass?
Merlot.
No, we're just drinking water. But anyway, fear is a
Liar.
very.
Okay.
Go
Move
ahead.
on. Go ahead.
Yeah, stop interrupting.
Stop interrupting.
I didn't. I just said
I'm gonna have to
Merlot.
find something to hit you
You
over
know
the
what
head
funny
with.
was? A few weeks ago, she was interrupted when she was talking, and she said, "Okay, no interruption."
Well, that person is no longer with us, so there was no interrupt. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
so fear. Okay, fear is a very strong emotion because the main emotions are sad, fear, anger, happy, peaceful, and loving. Those are the 6 core factors of emotions. But when you're raised in an environment where you're shut down, like I tried to sing and he said, "Stop singing now, stop singing." So
Oh my gosh,
was-
your dad.
I was in a
told me
very
this.
suppressed atmosphere growing up. But you know what? I'm an overcomer because I
Yes.
have a lot of faith. So
Yes.
that's going to come when we talk about some of
The other fears.
things that can alleviate the fear symptoms, because fear symptoms goes deeper because you have other emotions like shame.
Yes.
So shame comes from fear, especially when you have children that are raised in that type of environment. So
I thought we don't have shame here.
oh,
I know we're
did.
shameless.
You're still shameless. Is it break time yet?
Well, I feared. I'm not fear of dying, because we will all go there no matter what.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
will die. I don't fear of social I don't have that social anxiety. I am a social butterfly. I go in and yes, I rock the group or anything. So I don't have that. But I am very scared of losing a loved one. I lose already 3 of my immediate family.
Yeah.
And that is very devastating, and I don't want to lose another one.
Yes.
And if ever I lose another one, I'd rather die first than any of my immediate family, if that makes sense to you guys.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so that's what I feared about, is fear of getting on that devastation moment and that sadness, because when I am very sad losing my part of my family, I cannot think straight. I felt like I'm also dead, mentally, when I lose a loved one.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so that's what I'm
amazing.
scared. I'm not scared of anything. Throw everything to me, darling. I am not scared. You can give me anything you want, but I'm still gonna stand still. Just don't kill my family.
And you know what? Just wanted to piggyback on what you just said. Divorce of a spouse, or divorce of someone that you're really, really intimate or closely entangled with. That is another form of death that we may talk about on the next segment of the show.
No, we can talk it about
Wanna
it
talk
now.
about it
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the death of a relationship, if you read in the Bible, I'm a Christian, so I'm going to quote the Bible. So if you read in the Bible, it talks about death and divorce are synonyms.
Synonyms.
They are
Yeah.
whatever. They are close.
synonyms.
Yeah, we'll just say it like that. They're close relatives.
Synonymous.
Synonymous. Thank you.
Or anonymous.
Thank you, Mr.
Synonymous.
JC. Okay, he's still with us.
Synonymous. Okay.
He's working it out.
Yeah, so the fear of losing one, that's really a very strong fear, because when you lose that person, especially the divorce, because you see that person walking around with somebody else, they're not dead, but when someone is dead in the ground, they're not walking around with somebody else cheating on you,
Right,
which
yeah.
is another whole topic.
Yeah,
But
well, you know what? I'm
it's
not.
still, death is very sad. Divorce is death. So
I'm
that's
not, yeah,
very
I'm
devastating
not,
type of.
If I ever get married again and I get divorced after the marriage, I never. Okay, and I get divorced and they're walking with somebody else, I don't give a care. I don't give. I'm like, come on.
that.
Yeah, don't. I'd rather I'd rather you actually walking with somebody
Yes.
than seeing you dead. See that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
my fear
Yeah,
of
okay.
somebody is dying. That's my fear of that. I used to, let me tell you something. I used to, like, when I have my family still all alive, all together, I used to like judge other people where they start getting so sad, so emotional, losing their loved one. I was like, why? Like I am. And then when I lost my first sister, my youngest sister, I'm like, my mentality just totally switched. Like,
Changed,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
So
God.
you had to experience that for yourself.
Yes,
then.
I have to
Yeah.
experience it myself, and I'm like, now every time somebody died, even though their dog or
Yeah,
their pet,
anything, yeah.
I still put my empathy
Yes.
with other
Yes,
people because
yes.
I know how that feeling
Yeah.
now. But before I'm like,
Yes.
oh yeah, condolence.
Yeah.
That's how I do it before.
Yeah.
I totally like, I'm so bad before now when I experience it myself, I'm like, holy cow, it's not
a joke.
freaking
Yeah.
it's not a joke.
Sometimes things happen to us in order for us to empathize with other
To
people.
analyze how we actually
Yes.
cheers.
Yes.
Wow.
Cheers to
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, that was
Yes.
so heavy what you
Yes.
just said. Which goes
Yeah.
on to talk about there's other types of fear.
Fears,
Would you
yeah.
believe there's fear of success? Some people have fear. I've even experienced that where sometimes what you do is not you. I'll say I use I what they
Right,
call I
yeah.
messages. So I'm going to say
Yeah.
I might sabotage my own.
I don't want to cut you off, but I want to
Okay.
actually invite our other host that just
Oh,
came in.
she's here?
Yeah. Why don't we actually call Miss Ty
Ty.
Stamp? So you want to move a little bit?
Okay.
I'll move a little bit.
Okay.
I should have this ready earlier. Sorry.
Oh, but is the dog going to be speaking?
Yes.
Is your dog?
Come closer.
Look
here.
how beautiful you look,
I know.
darling.
Come on, Ty.
Yes.
Come on,
Here
move a
you
little bit.
go.
Okay, JC,
all
come
going to
move a
fit.
little bit. Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. We are good. Yes,
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for gracing the show
Yes.
again.
Yay! Thank you for
Yay.
having me.
Yay. Go
I feel
ahead.
part of the family.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and welcome our viewers.
Okay, hi. My name is Ty, and I'm brand new to the social media. You can look me up at That Style by Ty. It's spelled
Yes.
TAI.
All right.
Instagram and on Facebook, and
Amazing.
I'm here to come and
She's
help.
also a social butterfly.
Yes, yes.
I'm a budding one. I'm
Yeah.
a budding one, right?
Yes.
I've been watching. I've been
it?
following your page on Facebook. It's amazing.
Oh,
Yes,
That's all
I
can
love
say.
all those dress, all
Yeah.
those posts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. I
Thank
meant
you.
post POSE, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Posing.
could strike a pose.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. I love the
Nothing to
camera.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. I
The
love
camera
and
loves
the-
you too.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. You
Yes.
finished my sentence, Maria.
Oh, okay.
We're
I
Insta
know,
friends. We
you're
are
just like me. The camera loves me too.
I know,
Oh,
right?
God, I'm going to throw up.
This is the good thing about women empowerment. We are here to just support and promote
Yes.
each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Honestly, I am jealous that she looks so fabulous, but you know what? I still promote and support her.
Yes,
See, that's
yes.
how supposedly we do it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
sweet.
I'm not-
I love you, Maria.
I love you too.
Love your style too.
I'm
See,
going to
we're-
move back.
we're
See,
like-
all this love is
You
flying.
know,
we love you too. No, we love you
of course
too.
we love it. You know what funny is,
Oh my God.
we
yes.
we are here to promote and support each other,
That's
no
right.
matter what. Jealousy and competition actually comes into play, but friendly competition
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
are very healthy. And
Yeah,
no
I like
matter
that.
no matter how you feel about the other person, you know, if you are, let me say this, it's not part of our topic, but I'm gonna say this. If you actually don't, if you're jealous or insecure of the others, how the other person looks like, why don't you try to put yourself up and look like that person?
Yeah.
And if you cannot, why don't go to that person and say, how do you do it?
Right.
Oh,
right,
that's a
yeah.
good point. How do
Yeah.
you do it? No.
Right, right.
No, I'm asking you.
Because
how do
we're
you-
not
I
born
like
this
that.
way. We're not born this
Right,
way, right?
right.
You know, you learn on the go, and I love what you're saying, Maria. I mean, because for women, I don't know about men, but for women, we can be so jealous.
Yeah,
we can be
I
so
know.
jealous. And instead of loving and uplifting one another up, we can be tearing each other down
Yeah.
through the jealousy.
I
Oh,
know.
look at her. She thinks she's all
that?
that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
look at
yes.
her. But, we should come together in a spirit of love. And
Absolutely.
when I've received, I receive a lot of attention for my fashion sense.
Right.
And
Yeah.
when women ask me, oh, where did you get this from? Oh, I love that or this. I'm always like, hey, look, I got this from here. I
Right,
got this from
exactly,
there.
yeah.
You can get there. Let me show you
You
how.
know, in
Because it's
connection-
about empowerment. It's about
Yeah.
loving and
Right,
bringing
right,
each other
exactly.
up.
uplifting everybody.
Yes,
You are
inspiring and
uplifted
motivating.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
In connection to what you're saying, men also have that sort of competition.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I noticed too on Facebook recently, since I have shows, the good news saved by blah 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 and all this, and somebody was speaking out about sharing the gospel through such an elite platform. And for that person, it seems like he was becoming very insecure about that. And I'm thinking, like, why do you feel that way? I mean, because the gospel should be spread around the world, not just in one form, but it should be like
Right, because it's a
Spread
peace.
around,
It's
yeah.
a peace and
Yeah.
love, which is
Right.
what.
there is no
Yeah.
class distinction when it comes to sharing the good news.
Yes,
You
yes.
can be poor, rich, middle class, or what seems to be bougie in your eyes, even if it's not, even if it's really not,
Right.
So
Yeah, we should uplift
Yeah.
one
one
another.
another,
Exactly.
one another.
You're looking really pretty, Dana, today. I love your blue, and I
Yes,
love those boots,
yes,
girls.
yes.
Instead of me saying, JC, look at her. Look at her. She thinks she got it going on. She really doesn't. I'm all that and a bag of
Yeah.
chips.
And look, and then the
You
head
know,
starts moving. Like,
She really doesn't have anything. But you look great, girl.
oh my God!
So, yeah.
It's just
I know.
ridiculous. I mean,
I do that all the time.
But that's one of the fears. But
you're guilty of that. Oh,
Those
oh, oh.
insecurities, though, those insecurities
Yeah.
can be one of those fears
Yes.
that we
Oh,
have, being
yes.
intimidated by the beauty or
Yes.
fashion or the wealth
Yeah.
of
Right,
someone.
right. Why did you
Those
point to
things-
him when you said
Because
wealth?
he just gave us the story
Well-
about the person who may be a little.
You got money?
Insecure
Well,
about.
that's what's displayed. That's what's displayed out there.
Money.
You know,
So funny.
talking about fear, the reason why we have those times where women actually start gossiping or being insecure of others is they are fear of being,
I was just gonna say
yeah,
that,
they
yeah.
are fear. Let's say they are with their man. They're fear that you might get their man, and this happens so many times with me. I don't know why, but I have my own image of a man. All right, a lot of my friends.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know what you're about to say.
I have a lot of friends
Yes.
that have their boyfriend or their husband, and they're like so insecure of me, and I'm like, my eyes is not with your man. I don't like your man because I don't want a leftover. I
my
want
God.
somebody who is fresh.
Girl, preach.
And we had
I
to
know
deal with,
exactly what
we
you're
dealt with
talking
an
about. I
issue.
know
We dealt with an exact issue on this show. So and we overcame it by, hey, we love you. You guys make it work, and you know.
But girl, I know exactly how you feel because sometimes that's how the other women see. When they see me, they say, "Oh, he's gonna snatch my man." Yeah.
Oh boy.
You're so
I
funny,
don't know
JC.
why that fear. Can we talk about that a little bit? Why does a lot of human being, like I'm an alien, like a human being,
Humans
felt
are
alien.
hilarious.
that way? Because yes, I'm guilty of that too. Because when I see a better looking, younger than me, and dressed up like me, but a little bit up, above me, and like, don't go with that woman, no. But I am that kind of person that you know what, you're not lacking with me. If you wanna go with that woman, why don't you just stop and cut off your relationship with him, and you're free to go because I
Right.
can get a better man. No, just kidding.
Okay.
Well,
Why do we feel that way?
I think because each of us have our own insecurities about whatever it may be.
Yes.
We have those little fears, those little quirks about us. And so I understand it from both sides. I too have, the women who, if you're walking past them in a public place or whatever, and they're with their man, and their man starts looking at you, and then the woman is like, and I'm like,
instead of getting mad
at the man,
right?
Exactly.
And I can't help it if men are going to look, they're going to look, but then the woman wants to look at you crazy sometimes. It's like, wait a minute, I don't want your man. Thanks. I don't want your man. Keep your man. Don't want him.
Yeah, handcuff your man.
It's like that Terry Hilson song. Don't hate me 'cause I'm beautiful.
There you go. But then on the other side, Maria, like when you're saying, well, there's times that you've been on the other side, and there's been times I have too, maybe like two, or three, very few.
So few, because
but I think
our confidence is so high, our self-esteem is so high. That's why we don't feel that.
That hasn't been a regular for me. I mostly get the looks from the jealous girlfriend or wife, and the guys kind of want to, they kind of do their little glances and stuff, but I just keep on walking. I just keep on walking. But you know how we can say so much with just our eyes and our body language stuff, But then also on that same token, a fear could be like when you are walking with your man. When you're walking with your man, and when you're a good portion of society would say you're attractive or very attractive. Some men can feel intimidated a bit by your beauty, but you want to know where they really can get insecure is when they see another man checking you out when you guys are walking. Some guys temperaments they want to kind of like puff up and they want to start almost fighting someone because they see someone checking out your your person
and they're like, what you looking at? That's my woman.
And what comes to my mind? What comes to my mind is this is all fear based. It's based on fear. Fear of the losing, fear of losing. Well, if he's looking at her and he ain't looking at me, that means I'm gonna lose him, and that's just fear based. Because guess what? You're gonna lose. You're gonna keep him if you stay confident. You're gonna lose him if you're not confident about who you are, and you got all of this stuff going on in your mind, making you paranoid, and it's fear. Fear is a very strong. You're right. You looking at her? If you're gonna lose him because he's looking at somebody else, then he like you said, Mama, let him. You gonna leave me hanging? Let him go, girlfriend. Let him. I thought he was. Is it break time already? She gets 1 point.
I got you. I got you.
Do I get a point too? Okay.
But anyways, let's talk about the other fears that we have. Failure.
Well, fear of failure is a big one because sometime if you notice things are going good, and then it's like, oh no, I got to make this thing work because I'm going to fail. And guess what? If you fall down and fail, you gave it your all. That means you pick yourself up, get back up. Now you got a testimony. Now I got a testimony. I'm like, hey, I fell. And I was afraid of failure, but I got myself back up, got back in the saddle, because that's the only way to overcome fear is to actually conquer the fear itself and get to the root of what is the root? Shame, disgrace, embarrassment. So what? It's better to take that lunges. It says, I think Abraham Lincoln said something to the effect of, it's better to fail while you're trying, because now hey, that didn't work, but at least you have the energy to go forward instead of saying, oh, I failed, I'm a failure, I got to turn to drink, I got to turn to drugs, whatever. So what? We all fail. Who cares?
I actually
before you say something, just to let you guys know, the most successful people in the world had the most failure in their life.
Isn't that something?
Yes. So failure should be...
That means I'm a success.
Yes, I'm a success
failure
too.
should be actually, we shouldn't be fearing failure. We should be actually... we should be actually... celebrate failure, because we know that is the next one is success. When you're successful, the only way to go is down, failure. When you failed, the only way to go is up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
in connection to
Absolutely.
what you guys are saying about the fear of failure, I have experienced the fear of failure twice when I joined the Air France design competition back home in the Philippines. First time I didn't win and I slaved my tail off, like not sleeping anymore and waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, only to end up losing in the competition. Second time, I think I overdid it, that I didn't win, but my mom spent a whole truckload of money for me to create that creation, and I didn't win again. And I'm like, and the whole day, my good friend, my buddy Joseph, was kept on reading scriptures to me because I was just in bed crying because I lost, because the prize was scholarship in Paris.
Oh.
Yeah, so I really wanted that. I desired that, but that didn't happen.
I think God actually, whatever that failure, let me ask you this first.
Yes.
Did you learn on that failure? Have you
I-
learned something?
Yes.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
I think it was meant to be that way.
Absolutely.
To move on to the next level. Yes, because now you're so fabulous. You
Oh, thank
have
you,
that.
thank
you
you.
have that knowledge of.
Yes.
He is
brilliant.
actually he
You
is
are
the
brilliant.
walking. He is the
Brilliant.
walking. What do you call that? Walking designer. What do you call it?
Walking encyclopedia.
Yeah,
Encyclopedia.
walking encyclopedia of designing. Ask him anything, and he's just boom, boom. Yeah, I'm like,
Amazing.
I don't know anything about those.
He knows his stuff. He knows his
Yeah,
stuff.
so that's the good thing about that. So you look on. It's not only the failure, but you're looking on the outcome. Because if we are scared of failure, and the people who are actually just looking on the failure,
Yes.
Right.
and
the
not
haters,
looking
yeah.
and not looking on the
Oh, yeah.
outcome, those are the ones that are scared of failure, because you
Right.
know what, they are
Yeah.
the negative people, the haters, the losers.
Yes.
Don't go with losers, because you know what, you're gonna
Yeah.
go end up
Yes.
loser yourself.
Yes.
That's true.
And the thing that I admired myself at that time is that at least I joined the competition and I put in my effort, my work. I just didn't stand by the wayside and watch this thing go. So I put in a lot of effort and work to it.
You put
And
a
so
lot of
that-
you in there, a
Yes.
lot of love
Yes.
into
Yes.
those competitions.
Yes. So
And you said you've learned something. There's a takeaway from that.
Yes.
And I too,
Exactly.
you entered into a contest.
uh-huh.
I mean, I was volunteering to help a school with a video, putting together a video and things like that. But the first time, it was district wide. We took third. It was only one prize,
Yes.
so it was only
Yes.
one first place, and we took third. And so then the next year, when they held that competition, it was a video competition to
Yes,
help
yes.
encourage kids to stay in school. That whole year between the losing and then the next time, I was like, Lord, help me, because next time I want to win. I want us to
Yes.
win, and with prayer and everything.
And determination.
The second time, first place. We were underdogs, and we took first place out of the whole district.
Wow.
We
That's
won.
awesome.
We won some donations to the school and positive
Yes.
news coverage and everything.
Wow,
And
that's
it was,
amazing.
so
Yes.
I understand. Sometimes when we are knocked down, it can help us dig deeper into ourselves. Lean more on God and say, next time. How about next time? How
Yes.
about next time?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
use that as
Yeah.
motivation
Yes.
to go
Yes.
ahead and keep
Yes.
pressing on and keep pressing on.
Yes.
So yeah.
I don't know if you guys notice a lot of competition, like sports competition. See those underdogs, how they become the champion at the end. It's because of what you just said. They start digging in themselves, like, you know what? No, this is not where we should be. We should be there. That's why a lot of people, in football, let me give you an example. Football, every single year we don't have, the Patriots now, right? But before any other competition, we see people like they're not always the champion. It actually rotate. It's because whenever they're down below, they start to be determined to win the next time. The same thing as
Amazing.
human being. That's how we feel. Like, oh my God, I failed. And if you're gonna wanna stay in the failure mode, then you'll never ever win.
Yes.
Determination
Right,
and your ability to move back.
Yeah.
You know what I think it's more, and it's not so. It's part of the self-esteem that we have in ourselves. Self-esteem kind of gears the fear, and if self-esteem is low, that means there's a lot of fear there. But you know what? The funny thing is about self-esteem is that the more you continue to fall and you get back up. There's an exercise that I do. You have to fall to the ground, and then you got to get back up. And that really stimulates metabolism. But to lift your whole body up off the floor, and then go back down, and then do a push-up, go back up and down. It's actually an analogy to life, because that's how life is. We fall down, but we get up. There was a song.
No wonder
fall
she's
down.
getting into shape.
I know, right?
Stand up.
Right.
There's so much power. Okay, you can fall down to, this is the flat level. You can fall down to the flat level and stay there. Okay, you can stay there for a month. You can stay there for a couple of weeks. You stay there for years. But sometimes it takes a couple of weeks or months to get yourself together, but getting back up is where you get the power, because it happens in the body, so it also happens in the spirit. Just saying, I failed. I'm not a failure. I'm going to try this thing. I've had to reinvent myself, okay, over and over. And working with millennials, I was like, but guess what? Millennials. No, she's an exception. But working with millennials has kept me young, intact. I fell down a couple times. Getting back up, because the millennials give the energy and the drive. Otherwise, we'd all dry up like little prunes if we didn't have
Oh my goodness.
the fear. So getting back to fear.
Sometimes I love prunes.
Thanks for sharing.
There's only one time you
No wonder.
Anyway, Danya, we're gonna go on break really quick.
gonna go
Do you
on
want to
break.
say anything before we go on break?
Oh, well, real quick, talking about that fear of failure. I don't know if you guys heard in the news. I think I was just reading an article yesterday, but there was a sad story about a young man who was a college. He was studying, I think, maybe postgraduate. And what do you think about this? His girlfriend, like over their 18-year relationship, berated him and belittled him so much. Like, she kept egging him on to kill himself so much. The guy actually did it. And now they're going to press charges about...
Did he die?
Yes, he committed suicide.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
she just kept going, egging him on. And, when we're in a fragile
Moment,
state, when there can be that fear of failure, that fear of not being good enough, for some, I mean, it can be catastrophic.
Wow.
It can be catastrophic. And the young man killed himself.
Will she end up in jail?
Well,
She needs to.
she left our country. She went back to South Korea right after he committed suicide, and so they're trying to see what they can do to bring her back to face charges.
Yeah,
They extradite her.
I just want to actually give a comment on that because I don't know, but probably these men have a low self-esteem. I know when you are in a failure mode, like you said, if you have that strong feeling, strong spirit, and your self-esteem is high, well, not really high, but you are really you are all you know what I'm trying to say? You're not gonna commit that suicide. I believe it's not only what that girlfriend had told him. I believe it is also himself alone.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about him.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is probably I'm wrong, because every person is different. But for me is if I failed and somebody coming after me saying these bad things, blah blah blah, and I felt so bad already. I felt so low already. Those words for me are encouragement. It's never been a bad thing. That's how
That's so awesome.
It's a challenge for
I
me.
like that.
Every time, when I am at work and my boss tell me that you're so good, oh my God, I keep on telling my boss. I said, don't ever say that. Because tomorrow I'm not coming to work. And whenever, I told my boss that.
You want that edge.
No,
You need that edge.
I don't want that. I want that like, you are so bad. Why don't you do more? When he told me that, every time I hear something negative towards me, you know what I do? I'm like, let me check. Let me
I
see.
like
Let's
that.
do this.
I like that.
I always do that. That is my actually fuel. If I hear those, oh, Maria is the best, Maria is this, Maria is that, I hate that. I'm like, I am not a god. Please don't. I'm not perfect.
Maria's terrible, isn't
Yeah,
she?
exactly.
So bad.
And I
So
just-
bad.
Yeah, she's terrible. And you know that's you see
Oh
what
my
I'm trying
God.
to my,
Right.
to my point is
Yes.
Yeah.
you have when somebody is pulling you down, the only way out of that is yourself. You need to find the light within yourself.
Yes.
That's so
Don't-
true. So
Right,
true.
and to raise up, and if someone is coming at you like that, saying, yeah, you need to do that, you need to do that. I mean, if when that negativity comes, that person needs to be cut off, cut off.
Yes,
Like,
Yeah, got it.
I
Yeah.
would
Completely cut
say
off,
if it's
yeah.
a friend, whoever it is,
Yeah.
you know, then that should be the end. Because if I'm already having a fear of failure,
Yeah.
I don't need
Yes.
to be surrounding
Somebody's like
myself
that.
or
I
in a
love that,
relationship,
yeah.
maybe, or
Absolutely.
you know, around
Cut it off,
negativity.
yeah, cut it
You
off.
gotta let
Yeah,
it go so
let it
that
go.
you can
And
work
why
on you.
and why let it go? Because it's 3 words. Can anybody out there in TV land guess the 3 words?
What are the 3 words?
Da-na-na-na-na-na. It's 3 words. It's
Positivity?
I don't care.
Oh,
I
Think like
don't
3 Ps,
care.
positivity.
Okay? Whatever you think is, does that make sense? Whatever
Yeah.
you think I should do, I don't care is what I need to do for myself because
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
life, and then it's another 3 words. It's another, can anybody guess the other?
Oh,
three?
No,
what
no,
is it? What
it's
is
a test.
it?
I love
It's
you.
called, oh, I love you too. Oh, no, you're terrible. You're, the other
Well, I
3
love
words
you.
is, oh, I love
know,
you
right?
too. It's called
It's a love fest.
Life is Short.
Yes.
Everybody, life
Life
is
is
short.
short,
3
yeah.
It is.
words.
In short.
Don't even mind of what
Yes.
other think
I can't look at
and
him.
you know other people think about
Yes.
you.
Life is
don't-
short.
Yeah, don't listen. I don't listen to anybody. So
Okay, yeah.
But your boss, he's,
no, honestly, I love my boss, but I don't even listen to him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, honestly, I love you, Sam, but. You know me. You already know. He knows me well, so he
So
knows me well.
life is short, so YOLO, YOLO,
3 words.
YOLO.
Life
is
is
that?
short.
Yes.
If it's negative, trust me, I've spent too much time and energy on things and people that just are just negative energy.
no,
They're
we don't need
spiritual
those people.
vampires.
Yes.
I don't need a spiritual vampire. If you're not
Yes.
for me, then you're against me. Let's all work together. I love the famous philosopher. Can anyone guess his name? The famous
Confucius.
quite a few.
Confucius.
Discouragement.
You're
Haters.
close. Rodney King. Can't we all get
Oh
along?
my gosh.
Oh my
I was
God.
thinking more
Philosopher?
ancient.
I know you said philosopher.
Confucius.
Well, he's a
say-
philosopher. It's real simple. Can't we all get along? My gosh.
Don't you guys like my dress?
Yes.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
But anyways,
Gorgeous.
Yes.
you're beautiful. You're stunning.
There you go.
I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, I'm scared to get a compliment.
Don't be scared.
But
Don't be
anyways,
scared.
Halloween is coming up, and I'm gonna shout out to AJ Johnson. You didn't show up, so I'm not gonna show up tomorrow. No, just kidding. But anyways,
AJ.
AJ, I am looking for you. But anyways, tomorrow is Halloween, and we have $100.
Thursday.
No.
Yes. Thursday.
Oh, not tomorrow, yeah, on Thursday, sorry. But we have actually a Halloween party tomorrow at $100 with the Funk Jam featuring Mr. Russell, Russell Letitia.
Yes.
Russ Letitia of Air Supply, and I forgot the name of the Voice to Men.
Oh,
Voice to
wow.
Men drummer, or no, he's a guitarist. I forgot.
Oh, wow.
He's a guitarist.
Guitarist.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a guitarist, and Zoe and Bowie, what do you call it now? Keyboard,
yes, yeah.
Keyboardist.
Keyboardist, and Francis, the drummer. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at $100. This is Maria,
Danya.
Ty.
JC.
and we will be coming back for more. Please stay tuned. Hi, my name is Maria Pureza Leventhal. I am the founder of Social Media Show.
Hi, I'm Lataria Kern, founder and director of Family Arts at Wayla's Creation.
Hi, my name's Dolly Wright, and I'm a singer.
This is Bettina Steinhauer. I also am a clothing designer.
My name is Dolores Olson, and I'm a home-based business person for DJ.
Hi, my name is Jessica D, and I currently work for one of the biggest properties on.
Mic is on.
This one will just turn off and then you just say hi.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Social media shows
is about
branding,
Opportunity
and outreach
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family.
We are a family.
We are family.
We are family and we want you to be part of our social media shows family. Hi, my name.
Oh, here we are, and welcome back to Honeybees. And if you're wondering where Maria went, the directoire, producer, and host, she just went to take a ziggy break and tea break. So, I'd like to talk about the fear of rejection. So, have you ladies been rejected before?
Yes, I have. In different ways. I mean, you may want, maybe applying for a job that you really hoped you would get or felt qualified for, and they say no. Or it could be with a love interest, someone you might like, and you express that you do and you hope. Now, I haven't experienced too much of that, but I've experienced it a little bit. Usually, well, yeah, I've been on that end of it just a couple of times or so, and you kind of wonder, in whatever context, if it's a job, if it's that, or, whatever it may be, why didn't I get that job? Or why doesn't he like me? Am I not good enough?
Yeah.
Do I don't look a certain way, or do I not have enough? Do I have too much?
Yeah.
You kind of, when we're rejected, or at least when I've been rejected in different contexts, sometimes I'm just kind of like, why? I mean, I think I'm a nice person. I try to, why didn't they want me to do this? Or why didn't they express that interest, back in me? So I have been rejected, and it stinks.
Yeah.
It kind of
It's
stinks.
not a nice feeling. It's not.
No.
But I like what going back to what Maria said, just that thought that someone said something negative to you, or you experienced a negative reaction.
Yes.
I love what Maria said, how she challenges, she takes that negativity and she challenges it, and she jumps over the negativity, and it's like
And
putting
make
on
it
boxing gloves,
Right.
you
I
know?
actually being
I like
productive
that.
more. I'm productive more. When
But how do you shut your mind? Are you naturally like that, or did you learn how to be that way?
not natural like that. I all my jobs I've been the top seller, top of everything, customer service and sales.
Wow.
And every time my boss tells me that I'm good, I tell him, don't say that. I remember I actually was in a job before where I was introduced, all right, the best of the best. And I never been, I never produce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I never produce.
Oh,
And
you're
I-
resting on your laurels.
yeah.
Yes.
My
Okay.
my boss is like, Maria, I want to hire you right now. I walk into the job, sit down on the chair of the director, and said, "You're hired. No question asked. No, you're hired." That's the first thing. Well, probably it's in connection too, but no matter what, it's like he's like, "You're hired. Go and get all your credentials." I'm like, hold on. I want
Okay.
that. I've been an executive. I know how to
Yeah.
do an interview, and by saying that, I was like, this is not a job for me, because they already set that high thing for me, like you are the best of the best.
Yes.
So I never produce, because I keep on telling him, don't say that. Every time he
Right.
introduces, like, this is my star. Every time he introduces me to
Amazing.
everybody, this is my star. I'm like, stop saying that, because you know what? There's two things. The reason why I don't like that. First is you're gonna have a lot of haters.
Yes.
Before you even
Did
open
you?
your
Oh
mouth.
my goodness.
Haters
Y'all
and-
need to be writing this stuff
Yeah.
down. This is good stuff.
And then also is like, you're not challenging me. You have to challenge me. Those
Yes.
are the two things that I fear of getting into a job. Is you actually showed, you tell you're gonna have, like, when you have haters, they do everything in their power to actually jeopardize your success.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is so true, because that happened to me. I got accolades. Oh, she's great. She's good. I was like, oh, well, now I can take a few days off and
Yeah,
relax.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
You actually become
And why did she
complacent.
say that? I became
Yeah.
complacent. I said,
Yes.
no, got to get back on my game, because
Yes.
that was still in my mind. It's like, but people change their opinion towards you
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
It could be by the hour. They could love you 1 minute, hate you the next. So
No, they will hate you, even though they're talking to you good. You already know who hates you at that
Oh,
point.
yeah, yeah,
Especially
yeah.
if this person. I used to work at Macy's, by the way. I used to work at Macy's.
love Macy's.
That's my first job here in the U.S. So I work in Macy's before, and this woman who's been 25 years top seller at
Yes.
Macy's. And then for all those 25 years, they're trying to actually see if they can actually over her sales, and nobody did.
Nobody here.
And then here I came.
what was her secret? What did she intimidate people? She
I
had a
don't
strong
know.
presence? Or?
I don't know. But anyways, so I came in 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. I am behind her butt on sales.
Oh my God.
And
3
then
months.
eventually,
You surpassed her.
and then I become the most hated person, because they love this woman. 25 years of service on Macy's. You can
It was
imagine.
this young, pretty,
Yeah.
skinny thing.
Yeah, in 6 months, I am in the top 100 seller in the United States.
Oh,
Oh,
in
wow,
the
that's
United States.
amazing.
Yep,
Yeah.
that automatically
Really?
puts a congrats, and that
What is your
congrats
secret?
back
I want to
then.
know.
But
What
oh,
is,
you know
besides
what?
not
It's
building, not
You know, every time they
brown
ask
nosing you.
Yeah,
Brown nosing doesn't work for you. So the brown nosing.
Yeah,
and
every
accolades
time
and all that.
they talk to you, just say, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But that put a target on your back. That put a target on your back. When you rose to the top, then those haters are gonna
No,
come
but
out.
seriously,
right?
how did you do
exactly.
that? What did you do? Really quick? How did you do that?
Customer
Get to the top?
service. You know, the secret is to do customer service, and customer service is not just one level. Customer service comes with everything: communication, your posture, your looks, everything.
Everything,
Every single thing. It's not only one thing. It has to come all together. You have to be
Wow.
consistent. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
awesome.
the reason why I never been. Honestly, not being, putting myself on a pedestal, is I never actually been rejected to a job. I don't know why.
Okay. And but that was
Because
the
you
opening
exude that,
question.
yeah.
I
Have
know,
you
I heard
ever felt rejected?
Yeah, but rejection from a man, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even the most handsome, most famous, most richest person in planet Earth has been rejected. So
That's true.
that is not no news to me, and I don't feel any fear of rejection. And by the way, let me put this one: no. When you hear a no, please don't fear it, because no will lead you to the
The
yes.
yes.
No
Oh.
is actually, you have to practice ourselves, especially a lot of people out there who had so low self-esteem. Don't get frustrated, and don't fear the no. We need to practice of hearing no's, because that leads us to the yes. We are looking for 80,000 or 80 million no's to get to the two yes that we need.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So don't fear rejection.
Yes.
Don't fear rejection.
No.
Don't fear rejection. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that we fear rejection.
Right,
Although we
yeah.
feel that, but you
Yeah.
shouldn't be. You shouldn't be, because when you see that rejection, it's God is just actually leading you to the yes.
To the yes.
And you know
Yeah.
what? Somebody made a point. It was Dolores, our chaplain, Dolores Olson. If you're watching, we love you.
Yes.
She said sometimes rejection could be a form of God protecting
Right,
us
yeah, she
from
said,
either
yeah.
the wrong
I love
person,
it.
the wrong
Yes,
friend, the
yes.
wrong job.
Yes.
Because the job can look all glassy and silver and glittery and could be a piece of poop.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
sometimes that's God's way of saying, this is not for you.
Yes.
And yes, because it hurts our ego, but I like what you said. It's like, I'm going to take that comment and jump right over it, because I'm going to give it my best. I really love what you just said.
Thank you.
know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
You're
in,
fabulous. You're wonderful. You're
Yeah. Yeah.
so in my case, I've experienced, not only have I, feared it, but I experienced it as a child, as a very insecure child.
Yes.
I was rejected by members of my own family have rejected me, actually, and at
That's
school,
why we welcome you here. That's
yeah,
leading you
it's
here.
like that. And at school, bullied and all that. But throughout the years, I don't know what happened when I entered high school. It's like I was able to gain my confidence. And then 1983 was my turning point.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it was the music, Michael Jackson came in the scene, Madonna came in the scene, like the music, the fashion, everything in 1983 switched me, and I became more of a person of confidence. I wasn't the wallflower that I was in elementary school.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome, and that's great
And
that
then,
you did have that
and
turning
then
point.
years after that, I had an encounter, with Christ, and that's when I had like more self-confidence.
Power.
Yeah, power.
But
that
I'm not brown nosing you, because I love you, Maria. But something you said when you experience the grief, and not to bring it back to make you feel sad or anything.
No, I'm good.
But sometimes we have to endure hardship and trials and persecution.
I love that.
To understand and be able to put somebody else's shoe. What's the expression? put on somebody else's shoes, walk a
Yes.
mile.
Yes.
Because I used to laugh at Christians. Oh, Jesus. He said, oh my gosh. He said he's her best friend. I said, she out of her freaking mind. We used to laugh at this girl when I was I was in college. And then 20 years later, I'm saying the same thing. So look, it goes all around full circle, 360, because the very things that I said I wouldn't do, the very things I thought were foolish, I'm actually experiencing. It's almost like now I have compassion. That's the word. You have compassion now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have to suffer to get to that next level.
Exactly.
Suffering does it for some reason.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. And
You know?
and I have a friend who gave an acronym to share. It's FAIL, FAIL, and they said FAIL means first attempt in learning.
Oh, I love
First
that.
attempt in learning. First attempt in learning, and they said so. Fear is or can lead to that teachable moment.
Yes.
That moment where we can realize, maybe I was laughing at how they were doing those things, but maybe they're. Now I can kind of start seeing and understand why they were saying this or doing that. Why did they go to church every week? Or why did they do, so these moments, we should try to embrace, I think is what you're touching on, and say, hey, wait a minute, this could be a teachable moment. How can this change my life?
Yes.
How can I walk differently? How can I be a better me? A better me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's the theme of Good News is to become a better version of yourself.
You. Yes.
Yes.
And on that note, I'd like to say hello to Christian Mirang and Jessica Torres, Patrick Middleton, and once again, Val Victor.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, everyone. But anyways, what other fear do you want to talk about?
Oh, here's a big one. Social anxiety.
Do you want to
it's okay. We can do that, and then we can touch on a few things here. That's cool.
Go
social anxiety.
That's a big fear.
Yes.
I struggled with that for a long time, but it comes back to the fear of authority, because I was raised up to be fearful because I was definitely afraid of my dad. So all of those fears are fear-based, but it's not just fear-based. What are the underlying causes of that? Like it could be guilt, shame, or all of the above. So
or you don't fit in.
Right.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, that's a fear of rejection.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That fear of not fitting in is like, English people would always say a square peg in a round hole. And that's what I always felt as a young kid. But now I thank God for people in pop culture who are not afraid to be themselves, to be different and shine. One of them is Lady Gaga, who suffered a lot of rejection when she was a child, to the point that she was thrown in a garbage can.
Oh my God.
That's how bullied and rejected. But look at her now.
Yep, she's
so
big.
Instead of playing the victim card, she turned it around by
Yes,
turning herself into a star.
Yes.
And not hurting anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not like, because you could turn yourself into a star or a millionaire, but it's like, oh, I'll show them that, and that's the wrong type of motive.
Yeah.
I'll show them. I'm going to be the best. No. It's more about loving yourself and being the best person. Not yourself. I'm gonna say I messages. It's about me loving me, and when I love me, I love everybody. Yeah. And if I'm not happy with me, I'm not happy with anybody. So it all starts with.
You ladies, are gonna find this funny. I'm going to get a perfect example from Star Wars. Okay.
Ooh.
So Darth Vader, the evil guy in Star Wars, became that way. They showed his backstory because when he was younger and innocent, he gave in to fear, and that fear turned into hatred, and that hatred turned to evil. Wow. And so that's why he I'm like
the mistress of evil.
No, you're not.
And
it's Halloween time, everybody.
We know who you're going to be. But touching on,
I'm holding on you. She's an angel of light.
That's right. And lace. Angel and lace. But touching on, how you went back to his backstory, and you were just touching on things in your childhood. That's really where some of these things really can start.
Yes.
Is when we were a child, when we were young. Those formative years, they're so important. It's so important that the children that we're around, the children that we have, the children of our family, the extended family, love on them and speak that positivity into their lives and help build them up, because they come in as pretty much a blank slate. Our babies come in as a blank slate. You know, like that blank canvas.
Yeah, they don't know nothing.
And
innocent.
right. But it's once we adults start poisoning our children. We start poisoning our children with our own hate, our own insecurities, our own fears. We start pouring, we cast that upon our children, the children that are in our circles of influence, and that messes the child. That messes the children up.
Because they look up to us. Anything we say, actually, that's what they become.
Right. And so it's so important to really really love on them and be mindful of how we're talking and treating one another, how we're treating them, because we can mess them up. We can mess them up even if we're not like consciously doing it, and then they can grow up and they can become that bully child and teenager, and they can bully someone else.
That's right.
Look at you.
That's right.
You act this way, or you dress this way, or whatever, and it can just pass on, and it can just pass on that negativity. That negativity. So it's important.
And you know what? It just came to me. We are taught fear. Most of us as children were taught some type of element of fear. And see, the fear turned inward could come out as hatred. And could come out as, I'm going to bully, like you said, I'm going to bully somebody because I was bullied. But it's fear, because if I don't bully you, that means you're going to bully me. So I'm going to be the attacker, because if I don't, you're going to come and attack me. And it's all fear-based. It's all, and it's really sad, because I've seen... in the work that I do, I've seen parents cursing at their children. I was like, oh my God, how can you do that?
And then you see where
so
the problem
sad.
lies, where it stems from.
Right. Those children turn around and curse.
Yes.
They'll curse at their teacher. They will curse at the police officer. They will curse at whoever in authority.
Since we're on the subject of fear, I'd also like to point out the shootings, the mass shootings that we have. Those boys who pick up the gun and started shooting, that hatred used to be a lot of fear. It could have been that they were bullied at school, rejected, and blah, 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 and decided one day to kill everyone and kill themselves. So that's
amazing.
That's just...
I would like to actually turn into the fear of intimacy.
Oh my God.
That's a good one too.
Well, I'm going to start this because at my age now, you know how young I am, but
you will be forever young.
And I don't know, but I have a little bit fear of intimacy.
Oh, who knew
I don't
that?
know. I don't know if you guys notice it. Like I just keep on chasing what do you call that? Rejecting people. Men after one another, even though they actually fit in the bill.
Yes.
Is it because of the fact that if they get too close and if they die, then it might hurt?
That might be, and it's not only that. It is because also that we, you see relationship these days it lasts only like a short time nowadays, and I fear that if I'm gonna fall in love with this person or start having that intimacy relationship with this person, and then eventually they leave. Although probably I turn away a lot of people that might not be that person, but I don't know. You'll never know. So that's my fear of that.
Well, Pureza, let me tell you something. I see another you. You were very different from last year.
I know.
Yeah, last year, I probably incited it because me and my Eartha Kitt soliloquy of her, loving herself and finding another man that loves her so she could fall in love with herself together.
That's my motto. My motto is I'm so in love
You're on
with
a roll
myself.
today, aren't you?
I'm in love with myself, and I'm looking for a man
That
to
is
fall
in
in
love
love
with
with
you.
me, so that we can fall in love with me together.
Together, yeah.
And if you reject me,
But
I'm coming after you.
but I keep on rejecting all those people that falling in love with me.
Well,
But that's
it's
yeah.
one of those things that you may want to pray on and kind of
We're praying
see
for it, right?
see why it is what
Well,
it is.
this is another type of pray. Like
Oh my
bird
God.
of prey.
but some people have like the fear of commitment. The fear of commitment.
Yeah.
They may not want to commit to someone. Do you think there may be a little bit of that in there?
No, well, you know what? In the commitment part is, I know that for sure. I am scared of commitment right now because of what I'm doing. But I'm talking about the intimacy. I'm really scared of that.
What do you define as intimacy? Yeah.
Intimacy is to have sex, to have
so
that
the physical
romantic relationship, and
not somebody getting into your mind, because that could be a form of intimacy also. Bonding is a form of intimacy.
It's all
So
together.
you're talking about sexual, physical intimacy. Okay.
Physical and mental.
Okay.
I just don't see myself, to be on that position at this point. I don't know if I'm scared. I love sex. I mean,
Okay.
everybody loves that. But for a reason is I cannot give. And when it's necessary, I cannot give that.
Well, you said that. I think when you brought this up, I think you said you referenced your age.
Like something to
No,
block
no.
You referenced your age.
No,
Is your age a part of it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. Because I've heard that as women age.
Don't look at me.
I'm not aging yet. But I've heard that their sexual drive can
Increase.
decrease.
Oh no, my sexual
with
drive
menopause and stuff
no,
like.
my sexual drive is very, very.
Okay.
Hence the C word. The feline animal.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Oh my God.
I've heard from women getting in their 40s and 50s that it can.
No.
Okay, but that's not an issue.
Although I don't have.
I'm not saying a word.
Although I don't have a sexual life at this point, yes, I'm very sensual.
Oh, very sensual.
Yeah.
Okay.
My sexual life is virtually non-existent. I'm basically a priest.
Is that why you're drinking so much wine today?
Amen to that.
But anyways,
the priest and the sacred wine.
We have one more, which is transitional.
Yeah, there is another fear of transition, which means any sort of change in your personal life or your business life or school life or your life with your family. Transition is a form of fear-based factor because it's fear of change. And I think we all have experienced a fear of change. It's like we get into that mode. It's a sedimentary kind of, I'm just going to go to work, go home, or blah, blah, blah. We get into that mode, where we feel safe because out there is something scary because it's change. But sometimes change is good because it takes me, I'm going to say iMessages again. It takes me to the next level. Like, okay, I can do this. It looks very fearful to me, but I can do this. And then sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not getting into that because that means I'm going to have to get into another change. So, but that's what life is. Life is a series of changes.
I fear of that too. I fear like a transition. Probably not, probably yes. But you see, whenever I am employed to a job, I stay there. Like the shortest that I stayed in a job, a real job, is 3 years.
Wow,
that's good.
Yeah, because I think the transitional, when you go to another job, the transition is something I'm scared about. It's not because I cannot get another job. It is because the transition. So I probably fear of that too. You know what I mean? And then, however, when I moved to the U.S., they said that the transition from the Philippines to the U.S. is very hard. But when I move, I'm like, no.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm like, oh my God, this is... So I can...
Now, how did you have that mind frame to say, oh, wait a minute, this is easy, when everybody said it was hard? How did you come into the United States looking like, did you have it in your mind that you're going to conquer this? You came in the country confident?
No,
what did you do?
You know what? No, I didn't. I just being myself. I didn't do anything. See, this is the other thing too is, they said that there is jet lag feeling. I never felt jet lag in my life.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
It's because yeah, I know, right?
Are you human? No.
Exactly. That's what I'm like, how does it feel a jet lag? I don't even. Well, I think what I've realized about myself is I am very I can adjust into any situation and time and places to anything. I can. Like what I said earlier, I said the transition to the job, I think that's the only one I fear. But anything else, I am,
So
Miss Adaptable.
I take her to Germany right now, she's gonna turn into a Venus Schnitzel. Fräulein.
I think I'm an alien.
You're from outer space.
Would you move that glass away from me?
What are you sipping?
Hello.
What are you sipping?
White Merlot.
But one thing I thought, is it okay if I bring this up?
Go ahead.
Bring it on.
Another form of our fears are phobias. People have phobias
yes.
and fears
about
about different things. And so I looked up a list of the top 10 phobia lists. Here we go. I'll go backwards. Top 10. Fear of holes. Fear of holes.
Holes.
Number 9. Fear of flying. Number 8, fear of germs.
Yes.
7, fear of small spaces.
Wow.
Yeah.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah. 6, fear of thunderstorms.
Wow.
Oh, I love thunderstorms.
5, fear of dogs.
Dogs?
4, fear of open spaces. 3, fear of heights. 2, fear of snakes.
Oh yes, that's a big one for me.
And guess what the number one
is? Fear of clowns.
No, they didn't make the top 10.
Some
They're creepy, crawly things.
Yes,
that.
Necrophobia.
Fear of spiders, number 1. Fear of spiders.
Oh my God.
So, I'm not sure if any of us here saw any of those things that we may not classify as a phobia, but it could be almost up there, or if you can relate to any of those things. I know for me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in the moment right now. I have a fear of dogs, especially if they're mid-sized or larger dogs.
This big dog.
And this dog is roaming around today.
But she loves you.
Hold on, really quick. Hi, Joseph. Joseph is asking where do fears come from?
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll get to you, Joseph, in just a second.
Yes, we need you to hear from you.
Dogs and I try to just be like on the other side of the room. Can it be closed up? And last week it was, but today the dog is free. But what I'm choosing to do is to focus on what we're doing here and not focus on the dog.
Nice.
So I am working on now in this moment overcoming my fear of dogs.
Let help her to overcome this.
Yeah, I don't want to let that dog mess me up today.
So okay, we want to say Gilo.
No, don't overdo it. How about you? What is your phobia?
I fear. It's funny because I'm wearing this and I do fear spiders simply because I grew up. Remember I told you in an old haunted house.
Oh.
And in the room where they keep all the stuff like the cellar and everything.
I think you just overcome it because you have spiders there.
Yeah, but over there like the spiders were this big and they had long tentacles or hands, whatever, and those things bite and they're very poisonous.
Oh no.
Like a scorpion?
Good morning, Joe.
Spiders, yeah.
How about you?
Can you relate to any of these?
Can I relate? The fear of bugs, I do have a fear of bugs, and I don't even like to think about bugs, but yeah, I think that would be the biggest one, the fear of bugs. Was that, it's called anacrophobia?
Yeah.
Joe, is it called anacrophobia?
For spiders.
For
spiders,
spiders.
yes. It's arachnophobia.
Yes.
Arachnophobia.
I'm
Maria,
scared-
what about you?
I'm scared of two of out of those. I'm scared of snakes
I am
and
too.
scared of I like my personal space.
Yes.
I don't like. I used to not be able to be on a club. I never tried it. No, well, we tried it at the thing on the record.
I
On the
remember.
record.
Yeah, we
but
did.
my first time in a club, I
I
almost
remember
passed
that.
out.
Oh,
I remember
Because
that.
I don't like the dark and then sound is so freaking like loud. The time that I figure out that I am claustrophobic is when I brought my daughter to this theme park. Actually, it's water park, and there's a slide where it's closed, right?
Oh yes.
It's
yes,
closed.
Yes. Yeah.
So I thought I'm not scared of that. So I went in, follow my daughter,
Yeah.
and I almost die.
Oh.
the anxiety
Wow.
just
Faint?
got.
Did you
Oh, your
almost
nerves.
faint? Yeah.
The nerves just.
And then since then I said I am not gonna ever try that again. And then I tried it. I tried this roller coaster at New York. I ended up at emergency room.
Are you kidding
So
me?
I don't know if I also scared of height, but I don't think I'm scared of height because I'm always at the top
Oh
of
my gosh.
Westgate. So I don't know if I think I'm not scared of height. I'm just scared of like snakes and thing. If I see a snake, oh no, yeah.
Right. So what do you? So you know.
And blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
blood.
That's what's
another
you
one.
being taking
Yeah.
away the hunky paramedics.
I wish it's
handsome
I was with my
paramedics.
ex-boyfriend, so I am not allowed to look.
You know.
What's our
you know,
12th fear? Fear of JC. No.
Yeah. Right. So we all could see a little bit of us in there, you know, spider snakes and stuff.
Yes.
You know, even germs. I carry the sanitizer. Some people are anti-sanitizer. So, you know, like you use it and they say, oh, but that's killing the bad germs on your hand. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather kill the bad germs and lose a few good ones than to walk around with bad germs and eat with them and touch people with them. So, you know, I'm going with the sanitizer on that.
Yep.
Oh, yes,
But
yes.
so my
Is
question.
it borderline OCD or is just a fear? What do you think? It's
No,
just
I mean,
a
I
fear.
just don't like. I mean, I don't think I get carried away with it. It's just, but you know, like I make sure, you know, I keep sanitizer on me. I make sure wash hands.
just
You know,
wanna keep
just
clean,
like
yeah.
hygiene. I don't think
Oh,
I'm
I see.
overboard
Okay.
about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm overboard about
Hygiene.
it.
Yeah.
But so, what do you guys think of, you know, when there's people that say, well, like if you have, say, a fear of whatever any of these things may be, or whatever, you know, other fear it is, they say, well, instead of being fearful, you should just do it. Like, so if you're scared of spiders, there are places that you can go to hang out with the spiders to get over your fear of
I
spiders.
cannot go
So
with
what
the
do you
snakes.
what do you think about that kind of a therapy, you know, to help us get
Yeah.
over our fears?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
would you, if you're scared of flying and you're like, I've never been on a plane,
There's a name for
would
that.
you?
There's
Yeah.
a name.
Yeah,
Well, you know what,
the
Joe,
fear of
what's the
flying.
name? Joe
It's
should
called
know. What's the-
aerophobia. It's called
Yeah.
aerophobia.
We're gonna talk,
Okay.
we're gonna
There's a name for
Joe,
that.
we're gonna come back with your question when we come back from the break. So please
Yes.
stay tuned and we will come back for
Yes.
more with
Yes.
Honeybee's Women Empowerment.
It's called aversion therapy. That's what it is.
This is your
Aversion-
water, by the
aversion
way.
therapy.
Hi, my name is Maria Pureza Leventhal. I am the founder of Social Media Show.
Hi, I'm Latoria Kern, founder and director of Family Arts at Wayla's Creation.
Hi, my name's Dolly Wright, and I'm a singer.
This is Bettina Steinhauer. I also am a clothing designer.
My name is Dolores Olson, and I'm a home-based business person for DJ.
Hi, my name is Jessica D, and I currently work for one of the biggest properties on the Strip.
Hello everybody, I am Kiki Dolas. I am the CEO of Are You It Entertainment here in Las Vegas.
Hi, my name is Dawn Weir. I'm the founder of The Giving Water, a local nonprofit.
Hi, I'm Alicia, aka Catalina Winehouse with Ichigo.
Hi, my name is Jamie Springer, and I am a eyelash extension technician or artist.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
Hi there. We are back and we are talking about how to overcome fear. We are exploring different types of fear and where do they come from. And I believe Joseph made a very good comment. Where does fear come from?
Oh, yes.
And we'd like to know from you where you think fear comes from, because it could be various different things.
Do you think, like what you were saying when you're young?
I think it really, that's really the birthplace.
It stems from childhood.
Of it.
Yeah.
And it could be, our parents can instill certain fears. Your extended family, neighbors, and your people in your community, teachers at school, or other kids at school. I really think it starts mostly, or at least the beginnings, when we're young, and they can it can magnify, as we matriculate through life, as we go through life.
Because they say the first 3 years are the formidable years where your whole personality is shaped, who you are is shaped, and all we do is just we begin after the third year to personalize it and to modify it, and also to make it better. So what we are at the age of 3 is our total personality. We just refine it as years go by. So
and I remember hearing that, I mean, for children, young ones, they've done studies on young children, and like, you know, parenting, the love in the home or the lack thereof is so powerful.
Yes, it
and
is.
when parents love on their little ones, I'm talking when they're babies and toddlers and preschoolers and things like that, when you talk to them and you speak those powerful words, you know, they tend to do better. And even academically, it can tie even to academics.
Yes,
you know, the children who are spoken to, read to more, and things like that, they tend to do better. They end up doing better in general in succeeding in life than the babies and the little small children who weren't hardly talked to, who weren't loved, and that positivity wasn't brought into them. And
That's
so
amazing,
absolutely.
so it really comes from there, and then I think that's where it starts. And then whatever happens can influence how big that fear and those insecurities can grow. And once we realize we have them, once we can start seeing that we have those things, and, you know, I think that's where it kind of comes up to us to figure out how are we going to work through that stuff from our past so that it doesn't affect our future.
And a perfect illustration is when I was a boy in school, I was constantly being humiliated by teachers in front of the whole class. So naturally, like, more than half of the class disliked me because of that. You know, but like once again, I said, like, throughout the years, I was able to overcome that rejection. And this is really a good topic where one could just, you know, open up about it.
Yes.
You know, because I think the more you talk about it in this type of setting, then the healing process and the recovery comes.
Absolutely.
So since we're talking about you know, where the fear came from, what are the things, what are the steps, and where we can get help to overcome all these fears?
Well, this is my thinking. If there's some type of issue that you're having, it could be anger that's out of control, fear that's out of control, you know, or getting back to anger, you know that certain things trigger you and you cannot manage these emotions. It could be depression, which is a up and rising type of illness where depression actually becomes a physical illness because you just can't get up out of the bed. Or if you have major anxiety, if you're dealing with these issues, then it's very good to consult a professional, because professionals can help you. They might prescribe some type of medication to help you. I'm not advocating medication, but that is an avenue, because if it gets out of hand, it could wind up causing you major problems. So it's always best to consult a professional. If you are having issues of severe anxiety attacks, or you have fears like agoraphobia, you can't go out. Some people can't get up out of the bed. There's a lot of good people out there. Sometimes you have to search for the right therapist, because it's like looking for the right mate or the right best friend. It has to be a good fit where you come out of there feeling good. You come out of feeling a little more peaceful about your situation. But there are really good professionals. Make sure when you do see somebody that they are credentialed, because you want to make sure you're opening up yourself. If I want to open myself up, I'm going to look for somebody who I know has a good track record, good rapport, and can help me to make the right decisions. Not tell me what I need to do, but help me to make the right decision. So always that is an option. There's a lot of good counseling in churches, but again, see if they're credentialed.
In addition to that, is also surround yourself with positive and people who can who support you and also, you know, inspires you. Don't surround yourself with, you know, people who doesn't have the right minds. And
negative.
Emotional vampires, basically.
Yes,
they drain
because
the
they're
life
gonna
out
suck.
of you.
They're gonna suck
They're
all
gonna
your
suck the
energy.
life out of you.
And that's what happened to your, you know, the news that we were talking about.
The young man.
Yeah.
So tragic.
It is.
So,
I think also, I think, yes, seeking help seeking help from professionals. And if you believe, sometimes, they have counselors who, may believe similar to what you believe. So faith-based counseling is also an option.
Very good.
And but also, the internet can be a bad thing, but it can also be a good thing, a wealth of information.
It depends how you use it.
Right. And so, looking to see what information is out there. There's support groups. There are all kinds of groups now. And you can go to certain websites that have these little, they're groups that meet for whatever whatever they have in common. They're like these little groups. I can't remember the name of the website, but there are places online that you can.
You're talking about meetups?
Yeah. You can find, people, support groups and things like that, where you can talk about these things. Like you were saying a bit ago, talking about it is it can kind of lighten your load. You can kind of just get some things off your chest.
I actually, without shame, I say this. I actually went through Christian therapy, like one-on-one.
Yes.
And not only in a group setting, but an actual shrink.
Oh, you know what is a good program?
There's no shame in that.
And this program is, if you're a believer, there's a program called Celebrate Recovery.
Yes.
And it covers a gamut of issues, anger, drugs, alcohol addiction. It covers, I went there for codependency because, I was always trying to fix people. And so it is group based. It's based on the 12 steps. And we do the 12 steps together, and then you do your inventory with your sponsor. And it's very healing. And I did that program for 3 years. I became a leader for codependency, love, and relationship groups. And I got to the point where I started to focus on me, started fixing me, because I was always taught, oh, you're a Christian, so you're going to fix everybody. Oh, you have to change the world. No, I got to change me. It's all about changing me. Then once I can change me, I can help you, but I can't change you. I can help you, but that's about it. But that's a really good
that
program.
One of the leaders of Celebrate Recovery is watching right now. Olivero Ishmaelite.
If anybody who's actually listening and watching us right now, if you guys actually have like a support, if you are the support group, please reach out to us, because we can have other people. We can have you here to talk about your support group, because it's not only about fears, but it's a lot of illness and deficiency of
insecurities,
of mental disorders of a lot of people nowadays, and we need to help them. We have to go to them before that death actually get to them first.
Yes, preventative. Trying to prevent things,
because we cannot help everybody, and we don't know who needs help.
That's right.
But if they listen to this one and they're like, oh, there's somebody who actually caring about us. We can help everybody. Let's help everybody.
Having this conversation, I think, is a really big step in the right direction. Talking about it, finding others that are going through similar things. There are wonderful books out there that that are faith-based or not, that you can look up. And
we are here to empower people who don't feel empowered. Not just to cater to those who are already empowered, but for those
everybody.
who a lot of fears and insecurities out there. So this is our job.
This is a really good talk. Before we go, I just want to know, what are you guys wearing for Halloween? Starting with you.
Starting with me.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think I'm going to be as my character, Gizi.
Oh.
Yes.
How about you?
Well, actually, nothing. I actually don't celebrate
She's
Halloween, so I'll just be this
herself.
angel in lace that
an
doesn't
angel.
celebrate.
How about you, Danya? Do you have one?
Tina Turner, what else?
Yeah,
You better be good to me.
But watch us tomorrow. I'm gonna be actually a cheerleader. At $1 tomorrow at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. I know, but we're gonna be there at 10, probably 10 to 12. It depends on my escort tomorrow, if he's staying with me up to 2. I have JC.
Is he gonna be well oiled, because he said he's gonna put oil all over
Yes, I'm gonna let him put oil all over his body. He's gonna be the machete. But anyway.
I'd like to say hello to Sambi and to Rita Badiola. And yeah.
Yay.
Thanks for tuning in.
And if you guys missed this show, you can go back to our page. Please follow our page. We need your follows. We actually appreciate every single person who clicked that follow our page.
Yes.
And also, in the future, we are working on it. We're going to be only internet-based, and we're not going to be on social media live now. We're going to be transferring. So if you guys want to see our show every time it comes up, please subscribe on our site, socialmediashows.com, and we live stream every Monday and Tuesday every single week with different variety of shows every single week. And that being said, you guys have a safe Halloween. Don't, I know that Halloween sometimes can be really
crazy.
Crazy. So please be safe, and we will see you guys again next week. And my name is Maria,
Danya,
Ty,
JC, and for those men who wants to wear skivvies during Halloween, please make it. I'm just kidding.
Are you giving your phone number?
Text them at.
So this is Honeybee's Women Empowerment every Tuesday at 3 p.m. We'll see you guys again next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. We love you. Oh, what is... Okay.
The heart.
Okay. Oh, mine is upside down.
I've been practicing.
Oh, if it's upside down, it's actually
a this
butt.
is how you do it.
Hi, my name is Maria Pureza Leventhal. I am the founder of Social Media Show.
Hi, I'm Lataria Kern, founder and director of Family Arts at Wayla's Creation.
Hi, my name's Dolly Wright, and I'm a singer.
This is Bettina Steinhauer. I also am a clothing designer.
My name is Dolores Olson, and I'm a home-based business person for Danya.
Hi, my name is Jessica D, and I currently work for one of the biggest properties on the Strip.
Hello everybody, I am Kiki Dolas. I am the CEO of Are You It Entertainment here in Las Vegas.
Hi, my name is Dawn Weir. I'm the founder of The Giving Water, a local nonprofit.
Hi, I'm Alicia, aka Catalina Winehouse with Ichigo.
Hi, my name is Jamie Springer, and I am a eyelash extension technician or artist.